Good afternoon, Mr. Thomas. I understand that you have some problems you'd like to discuss with me.
Absolutely. I jotted down a few notes because under these type of circumstances, sometimes I get a little nervous and I want to make sure we covered everything that I had in mind.
Sure.
Really, I guess it starts off about 2 years ago. I felt I was on the top of my world. Kathy and I were living in a house that we had always dreamed of. It was in a great neighborhood. We had an in-ground pool, great neighbors. Our son John was attending one of the private colleges. He was a freshman. He was doing well. Our daughter Melissa had just entered high school. Then I was laid off from my job and things started to go downhill from there.
How long had you been working there?
Was there for 20 years. A few months after that, I had surgery on my back, and the recovery has been more difficult, and finding a job has been very, very tough, and I honestly don't know if I'm ever going to find work again.
Is your wife working?
Well, yes, she went back to work as a substitute teacher, but it's been very hard to make ends meet. We've fallen behind in our mortgage payments, and as you can imagine, the bank is threatening foreclosure right now. John, our son, we've had to rearrange his education from a private college. Now we're looking at community colleges.
What's your wife's attitude towards this?
She's been acting more and more disgusted with me. She now calls me the bread loser of the family. She's demanded that I sleep in the spare bedroom in the house.
Has this affected your kids?
Well, our 16-year-old daughter has, I think she's begun to hang around with a bad crowd in school. I think she's drinking and maybe even worse. We haven't had much control over her since Kathy and I, we can't agree on anything as to what to do with her circumstances.
In your family, who controls the financials?
Well, we used to have a joint checking account, but Kathy recently took all the money out of the account and put it into an account just in her name. She deposits all of her checks into that account. She tells me that it's her money and she wants to control it. I know she's using the credit cards, but as of recently, I haven't seen any of the bills.
Does she have any independent money?
Well, I knew her father had a lot of money, and I overheard a conversation between them where he was transferring a large block of stock over into her name, but she refuses to discuss the matter with me whatsoever.
How would you describe your situation at this point?
I feel totally depressed right now and demoralized. I find it difficult to get out of bed in the morning and really not sure where I should go, and just wondering what you might recommend.